Hello farmers and welcome back to the Mythical Woods. Hopefully everyone's having a good day out there. And as usual, we'll see some familiar names. I already said hello to Margaret. Let's see, Dev is asking, are you going to buy Farming Simulator 25? I bought that. Well, I think when they announced it back in June, I got the season pass already. How are things with you? I'm good, Crow Daddy. Hopefully everything's going well down under. And also David K is here as well. Welcome. Thanks for doing this stream a bit earlier for you Aussies. Is it early? This is the time that usually the video comes out anyways. But I was going to say happy Saturday, but it might be almost Sunday there at that point. So, Mythical Woods. I was just getting some things set up and I was trying to look around to see exactly where I left off. A couple things I already got set up and we're going to go on over to start with. We're getting ourselves a worker. We got our FIA over here with our direct drill. We're going to be planting barley in the soybean field that we just harvested last episode. This little area right here, I think we do need to buy this land at some point if I can get all the stuff I want to get done before Farming Simulator 25 comes out. But I would like to put down some productions up here for maybe for the quarry over there. So this would be a good spot for it. So I'll have to look on prices later on. But currently I got $15,000 and we do have a $20,000 bank loan that we got to take care of at some point. But we should be able to do that today because I don't know, I didn't realize until after I recorded the last episode, but our silage bales fermented almost instantly that we did. So we can put that stuff into the BGA. Let me get myself a worker going here, at least get some work started. Yes, that's good. Let's get this going over here. And we'll do 3 headlands. 1% overlap is fine, just in case. And we'll get ourselves a worker. Hello, Gamer Tech. Yes, it's a live stream. This is currently live. Sunday morning, 2:30 a.m. Well, okay. Well, it is a Saturday night for you, so do enjoy. Let's go ahead and lower this down here. Get the drill started. And I said drill started. There we go. And just get Frank or someone working on it. Looks like Franco might be in charge of putting in the barley. Crop rotation should be pretty good. Oh, I do need lime over here. Oh, we can take care of that later on. Maybe we can take later on. Let's see here. Let's get into the valve mitt. Let's start up the engine. We'll let that warm up just for a second. And yep, all these silage bales. Let's go put these on in here. At the end of the video, I came over and I was getting ready to take a thumbnail. Couldn't figure out what to take a thumbnail of. And I just happened to walk over here and I'm like, what are these, like 2 or 3% fermented? And no, they turn right into silage. I don't know if they do it instantly or what, but man, those things fermented rather quickly. So most of these bales are 25,000 liters apiece. So I think it's only going to take 3 bales at a time. At least the process will get started. And then one thing we do have to get to is we need to ferment this grass field again. Where is this trigger? Do I really have to put it? I guess, oh, never mind, it took it. Guess I just didn't wait long enough. And now we'll just grab 2 more. And then we'll turn on the BGA. I have some mods on my game. Well, after 3 years of Farming Simulator, you tend to have a few mods. No, I'm currently not multi-streaming on any other platform, just YouTube alone. I do have a Twitch account, but I mean, obviously since I just started live streaming, I don't think many people will be on Twitch. This is only like my 6th live stream, so just trying to get a feel for it. Trying to get an idea of who will show up. Do I have a good number? I don't know if I'll ever get over on Twitch or not. We'll see how it all goes out. Maybe someday I will, but who knows. Where I am, it is currently midday Saturday. It's noon. So For me, I'm kind of just getting up because I stay up kind of late, kind of like you, Crow Daddy, who's staying up at 2:30 in the morning. Are the Franks coming with us to Farming Simulator 25? Well, you know, I thought about changing up the Frank family a little bit, but they've been such a staple here on the Peanut Farms throughout 19 and 22. I think they got to come with us. They're rather loyal. I can't trust them. They're loyal to me, but I can't quite trust them too much for most of the time. So I guess I'm just going to keep on popping these silage bales into the BGA. Oh yeah, I should turn that on. I think it's turned off currently. So we'll come into here. Yep, silage turned off and it's full. But yep, we'll go ahead and activate that. And just to make sure electricity and methane are on selling and digestate's on storing. The one thing we should be doing next year is, now that we got a good baler, making straw bales, because we can bring straw over here to make just digestate and electricity and methane. Instead of just selling the straw straight up, we can go ahead and do that. I did a little bit in between episodes. I did take care a little bit more of the sawmills because I didn't know what was going to happen during the live stream. I didn't know how many months we're going to be going through. But they should be good enough for, let's see, the shortest one is 32. Well, technically that should be good for about half a year. So we may not have to do anything, but we may venture over there and put some more wood into the sawmills. Hello, Farmer G. Well, this is actually my first live stream for Farming Simulator, so if you don't watch the other series, then you haven't missed any Farming Sim live streams. That bale's not going to, that other one's going to follow up. That should be good enough. Alright, let's go ahead and park this up. Well, not park this up. What I should do, is this going to be capable of hauling around our slurry tanker? Well, that requires 150 horsepower. So that's going to require the JCB. So let's go ahead and I'll just park this over here. Got to get this out of the way. And let's get over where... Whoop, nope. And there's the JCB right there. Twitch is really quiet for some players. Well, I think I did talk about this with a couple other people that do Farming Simulator vids. And really overall for Farming Simulator 22, the views are down just across the board because I think many people, many viewers are just like, well, we've seen Farming Simulator 22 enough, or, you know, we get the basics of it. I think a lot of people are just waiting for 25 to come out, so for live streams or just watching vids in general, the views are down across the board in general. The Franks are loyal, but crap. I wouldn't say they're crap at their job. It's just that this, you know, it's kind of my fault as the farm manager, the position I put them in sometimes. We'll see how the workers how they get along in about a month when FS25 comes out, and we get a good idea of how the workers perform there. I think they're going to perform a lot better. Can't wait to see exactly how they perform. All my other live streams have been at 5:30 in the morning for you. Yeah, I think they've been mostly my, you know, that'd be 3 o'clock for me in the afternoon, so that's probably true. Now let's go over here to the corner. Actually, wait a minute, because I've been over-fertilizing this sometimes. Nope, does need fertilization. Okay. And activate. So we do have plenty of digestate, so we're not going to run out doing the grass field here. This JCB was definitely a good purchase when it came up for sale I don't know how long ago. Was it like 3 episodes ago? Not that the Kloss tractor that we were looking at was bad at all, but this definitely has a lot more horsepower to it. And it's a lot faster as well. Hello, John. I'm doing pretty well. Hopefully everything's good over there in the England area. You have a question about the... I see the purpose of... you don't see the purpose of the birds. Well, it's one of those things that... Yeah, there isn't that much money in getting the eggs or whatever. Yeah, I may be just barely breaking even on having the birds in Western Australia. I did it just for being able to use the extended mod for the pens, so we could just see the birds running around the farm, really. And yeah, no, it's just to do something different rather than harvest and sell the grain. You know, just have some birds running around. I do enjoy having animals on the farm, which is why it's kind of weird here not having animals around. I think every series I do, I always got to have some type of animal on the farm. But here I decided not to because it was going to be a short series. And I kind of wanted to get through the years quick so we can earn money quick. And also try to do as much as we can here in such a short time. But also playing on hard economy does not make the profit look that good as well. I mean, there's many things that you do, you may see me do, and it's like, why financially that's not good for the farm. But sometimes you just got to mix it up and just try something new, even though it may not, you know, you don't want to lose a whole bunch of money. But as long as you break even, or maybe just lose 1,000 or 2,000 here, it's just to do something different, just to keep the game fun. That's all. I mean, if you play as much as I do, you know, I put out 6 videos a week on farming. After about 3 years in the same game, you got to mix it up just to try to have fun. That's why we even do like challenges and such stuff like that. What's my next purchase on this farm? I really have no idea. Just kind of playing it by ear. We got to see the land prices. I mean, probably buying more land. That'd be the main thing. We'll see how much money. We should get about 80,000 from the BGA throughout this month. So, and I'll probably pay off that $20,000 loan once we get the money to do so. So we should end the day somewhere around 80,000 left in the bank account. I'm doing a terrible job at fertilizing this. Kind of lost track how many times I've been around the field now. And the shadows aren't helping. And it doesn't help that when you run out of digestate. Alright, come over here. Am I going to have to fold in, or can I sneak by with that still open? Looks like we can. Everything fine over there. Dry and sunny. Same thing here today, where I am in the northeast of the USA. Dry and sunny. David says he likes how I use and run into things. How I use different equipment in all my series. It's kind of funny because some people say I use the same stuff over and over again, which is true. I do use some of the same things over and over again, because like the Kubota spreader for lime and fertilizer, that's definitely a go-to because it's cheap, covers a big area, does lime and fertilizer, it checks all the boxes. All right, somewhere in here now I might be over fertilizing. There, now I can kind of see where I've been. We don't have to get the field 100%. because really it's just a grass field. Hello, Legion, and welcome. Oh, must be we ran out of fertilizer in the direct drill. Don't think we ran out of seed, but I'm guessing we ran out of fertilizer. I suppose I could actually fertilize it with digestate. But I don't want to do the same job constantly here. We need to switch what we're doing. Does this field need lime? I kind of forgot. No, the pH value is good in this field. Probably could put the time scale. Let's put it at ×3. Kind of forgot I left it at time scale 1 when I was logging in today. Didn't want the time to go by too quick before the stream started. Had to get some things done here before we moved on to November. All right, let's pivot around here. As for Demolish and Build 3, I really haven't had a chance to get back into it. After my last episode I did weeks ago, I was trying to do some side jobs, and I was trying to use a small excavator and all that kind of stuff, and boy, it was very clunky. Getting stuck a lot. The small excavator just wasn't working very well at all. And I tried it again like a week later after a couple of updates, and we kept doing the same thing. And really, I just kind of put it on the back burner for now. Maybe when Construction Sim wraps up, which you'll see a video of Construction Sim later on today. Actually, that video will go live in about 2.5 hours or so. But yeah, Construction Sim probably next week will be the last 2 episodes, depending on how the jobs go. But the jobs on the finale of Construction Sim are going rather quick. And once we get done with the campaign in Europe, I've done all the campaign stuff. So maybe with Construction Sim kind of coming to a halt a little bit, and I got some open space, maybe I'll try to get back and Demolish and Build 3 to see how it's running. Are we going to collect the orbs and buy the quarry? Probably. I was trying to avoid, as you know, I don't like doing the collectibles too much. I mean, I don't mind, but I think for this series, maybe we can, because it's such a short series. Don't really have time to bring in all the cash. And since the adjustable land prices are working in our favor here, I mean, they're really holding us back on expanding because the prices are so expensive. We may have to collect the orbs to buy that property. I mean, it's just my opinion, the way I look at it, but like the collectibles on maps, to me, it's just like if I were just to go into the Easy Developer mod and just say, well, we'll add in $500,000. That's the way I look at it now. I mean, I used to collect the collectibles back in 13, 15, and 17, but kind of gave up on that because it's like, I'm just, might as well just cheat in the money anyways. But sometimes it's fun going out and get the collectibles. I did put out a video earlier this morning on FS25 about the collectibles. Well, it's part of it. And yeah, we kind of get into the production buildings and town projects for Farming Simulator 25. Town projects being kind of like the roller coaster was on Silver Run. All right, just about wrapped up here, and then we'll have to go take care of our drill and fill that up with some fertilizer. Is Franco still over in the drill charging me by the minute here? Doesn't look like. I think the money's staying right where it is, so the worker must have left. Alaskan Truckers. I haven't even seen an update for that. And the way that game kind of performs lets me down a little bit. And there's not really much any more new content, really. So, yeah, until a major update comes or something, I may look into it or not. Have no idea. Alright, I think I got this field pretty well sprayed. So if we jump out, nitrogen is way over in some areas. So the slurry with precision farming in 22 is done by the soil type. Artificial fertilizer is done by the crop type. So I'm over fertilizing for the grass. But some is better than none, I guess. Although I think it said perfect, which technically it's not. 110 out of 65 kilograms per hectare. I mean, I'm way over, almost double, but nitrogen says perfect. So, not going to argue about that. Let's see, the JCB. I think I'll just leave it parked right here. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's up here. Wow, you're going through the fertilizer quite a bit. I was trying to think, do I want to keep... I could have set the worker off on planting without fertilizer. Then I could have come over with a spreader and fertilize. But I think we'll go back to the farm and put fertilizer in here. Recycling Center Simulator. I saw that a while ago. I believe that's a game I was giving a key for. I think it's in my Steam library. I just haven't had a chance to look at it. Haven't had really time to figure out, where I would even put it in my schedule. And then right now, I think most of the games are going to be put on hold just for a little bit. Just because Farmers Dynasty 2 is scheduled to come out on the 5th of November. And I'll be live streaming that whenever I get my hands on it. And that'll probably be primarily a live stream at the very beginning, at least. I just wish Farmers Dynasty 2, they did this on the first Farmers Dynasty. They brought it out like a week or so before a new farming simulator came out. So just before FS19 came out, Farmers Dynasty released their version, which was great because for like about a week, everyone was jumping into it. But then when FS19 came out, I think a lot of people were like, Farmers Dynasty is nice. It's definitely a little bit different of farming and kind of a storyline type of game, but I think they lost a lot of people when FS19 came out, so I was like, I hope they don't do the same thing when 22 comes out and they're doing the same thing. So a week before FS25 comes out, they're releasing Farmers Dynasty 2. Can we open up the fertilizer one, please? Not the... You keep trying to open up the seed one. There we go. Yeah, but currently, as I saw in the demo... Can I get around that tree? We can. As I saw in the demo for Farmers Dynasty, It looks like basically they took Lumberjack's Dynasty and Farmer's Dynasty and combined them. They added winter to Farmer's Dynasty. Before in Farmer's Dynasty, it was, I think you could go to November, then he slept all the way till March. I think that's the way it was. It's been a long time since I played Farmer's Dynasty itself, but I think that's the way it was. And as for the demo, I was trying to figure out what they're going to have us do, because it looks like they have us going around gathering all the old equipment and refurbishing it. But then in the demo, they had us like jump cut like 50 years ahead, and we had like all the new equipment. So I'm sure that was maybe just for the demo itself. Really should make a road up through here. I take this crossover so often here. And we'll get this auto worker, and when they get done planting this field, we're going to have to bring our roller over so we can get rid of the stones. Not really doing it for the extra yield on the field, because as we saw in the field that we planted before, I think it raised the yield potential or expected yield up by 1%. We're just doing it just to get rid of the stones. Alright, so it probably won't be Franco's taken back over. No, it's Frank. Well, Frank should have no problems getting this done. Let's see. What am I looking for here? I suppose I could just use a JCB because it's going to be quicker going back and forth, but we got to go get the spreader to start putting some lime in that field that we're planting. Yes, Farmer's Dynasty was the first, maybe not the first videos, but it maybe show as the first videos now that I started doing on the channel. I just didn't see many people making videos on Farmer's Dynasty, and I think I remember on the Steam discussion page, many people were asking questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? And I had many hours in Farmer's Dynasty. So I think my first video or two, I may have made like a tutorial. I don't know if those are even there, honestly. They're somewhere. I don't think I deleted those. But then it was like, all right, well then I'll just start making videos on Farmer's Dynasty and see how it goes. And slowly but surely, here we are. That's the second time the top silage bale went flying. Yes, on the other series I did have the planter that we use on Tuscany. That rolled while it planted. But a planter like that on this map, not necessarily needed. Way too big. And again, I try not to use the same stuff from one series to another. I do believe I used this John Deere drill that we're currently using on Solyndra. But that was like, what, a year ago? Something like that. But trying to find a small drill that's also a direct drill to kind of keep our environmental score bonus going. Try to utilize that. So if you didn't see my video earlier today, or maybe you haven't seen any other videos, so as I talked about FS25, where we were looking at some productions and also the town projects. They also showed off the farmhouses that we have to build. You have to bring the material in order for your farmhouse to be built. I wonder if they're going to have some farmhouses where you can buy complete, or other farmhouses where you actually have to build the whole thing. That'd be kind of interesting. And also it said some barns as well, barns and sheds. So probably something like you saw when I put these sheds down from Alien Jim. We didn't have to bring the material, but it did build it. But if you remember, like on Silver Run, actually I should top this off with lime before I go over there. But like on Silver Run with the roller coaster, where you got to bring material and it slowly gets built, I think that's the way the farmhouses and also some sheds are going to be like. And also, I showed off a couple of the NPCs that are going to be in Farming Simulator 25. Grandpa, I forgot what his name was. Grandpa something. And also, I think David was the other one. That at least Giants have released some information on those two NPCs. Now, the one thing I was wondering, but as far as I've been told, that there is no storyline for Farming Simulator 25 with these NPCs. You're just going to have conversations with them, basically. So Grandpa will give you like a history of, I think Riverbend is where he's going to be located, and maybe give you some helpful hints. Hello, Abe, if that's actually how you pronounce that. Welcome. Alright, let's just zip on up here and we'll spread some lime down while we're working with Frank in the field. Watch out for these random trees that are around, because I'm bound to hit one. Actually, before I start spreading the lime down, because since we're in the JCB, I will bring you over to the quarry to get a better look at it, because we've just been looking over the cliff here. And actually, I really haven't been down here since I looked at the map before I started showing off some episodes. Things will render in just a moment. So the quarry isn't a matter of just buying the quarry. We got to buy the production buildings, and of course we're going to need equipment to haul this stuff out of here. So we can kind of see the material over here. This is classified as... Oh, I can't see what this is classified as? Alright. So there's a whole bunch of material over here. Can I jump up? Oh, I can jump up here. So tons of material. I know sand, gravel. Actually, if I go to this page here, and we scroll on down, so we can make asphalt. I think coal is over here, limestone, dirt, gravel, sand, iron. We can make cement and stone powder. We can also make gold, bricks. There is crude oil. Oh yeah, there's also clay over here as well. Let me just teleport back to the JCB. So probably the best thing to do if we get the quarry, which by the way, currently the quarry is going for farmland, 90% over the price, but at least now it's under 700,000. How much money could I borrow? Oh, we can almost borrow almost $1 million. Okay. Well, we have done very well for ourselves here in the Mythical Woods. Last I remember, the max I could borrow was like 200,000 or 300,000. the snow shoveling game where they told me to find things. Oh, Snowplow Simulator. I think there was just another update to that, but I think it wasn't for new content, or maybe it was. But I think it was for performance, better performance in the game itself. Alright, let's go ahead and just, I say quickly get this field done. You watch all my 22 vids, enjoy watching all your little mistakes. Reminds me, you're not the only new farmer. Mistakes, or that I just forget to do things. Sometimes I just forget to do things, or can't remember actually how something works, because with so many different variations of the way to do things, yeah, I can get a little bit like, wait a minute, does this mod allow me to do this or that? Or sometimes you just don't know. I'm not going to be one of these people that make videos and edit out all mistakes or, you know, things I do wrong, because, pardon me, Frank, coming through. You know, that's what happens. That's real life stuff, man. I'm not going to sit here and say I do everything the right way, the perfect way. I do the things that I think is the right way to do for the series that I'm doing it in. And at the same time, try to have fun while doing it. And I have no problem laughing at myself for doing stupid things, because, whew, every hour I'm doing something stupid. It's kind of like trying to pick up these stones a couple episodes ago. I never tried picking up stones ever after we'd done planting a couple of times, so not knowing that you can only pick up stones after you plow a field or cultivate a field and dig up the stones that the stones are able to get. And the thing is, when Farming Simulator 25 comes out in a month, a lot of these things we probably have to try again or learn all over again, because some things may have changed. Oh, there's a big bump there. Alright, so we got the field done with lime, so we'll drop off the spreader. And I guess we can... Wait, blocked by an object? Frank, how can they be blocked by an object? Well, we'll have to check on Frank here in just a moment, see what he's blocked by. I mean, did he run into the only tree that's, like, near the field or something? I gotta move that pallet of fertilizer. Actually, if I can remember, next time I fill up the drill, I should grab that pallet and just get... That way we can get rid of it. Okay, and attach. Yeah, contracts are a really great way to make money in the very beginning. But once you get enough of your own farmland, or however you want to play the game, you just don't have the time to do the contracts unless you're buying 20 tractors for your farm and do all the contracts that way. I get brain farts all the time. Tons and tons of brain farts. But sometimes they're silent ones, so I don't let you know. Construction sim? I make you laugh at construction sim? That's a tough one. Is it because I argue with the concrete pump on that one? Alright, so... Wait, what? Frank! How? Just how, Frank? Someone explain to me. Frank, how did you even do that, man? Blocked by an object. Is that cross member even there? Oh, okay, that cross member is not really there on the drill. Okay. I see how you did that now. All right, let's get you lined up again. You should be. There you go. No, Frank, or whoever's taking over. All right, what I'm going to have to do to try to find this the right way is I'll have to go down the side here because it's trying to go on the headland. So I got course play when I hire a worker to go on the nearest marker, and we're near the headland. So somewhere right about there. There we go. Alright, get back into the JCB. Now the only thing is I really can't see. I'm trying to activate. We don't need to activate the rollers. It's going to be hard to see if the stones are going in, but if we go to this page here and we go to here, we'll see the stones will disappear. The yellow ones should disappear. I think someone said like the orange ones will turn into yellow ones, and then eventually those will be gone as well. So now that we're actually in a live stream and I'm doing the rolling, because some people said, you need to do the rolling, you need to do the rolling. How many of you play Farming Simulator and do the rolling? Because if we look at it, once again, so right here, expected yield, maybe kind of hard to see it. Actually, if I put the, there we go, now we can read it better. Right where I rolled, 136% expected yield. And if I come over here where I haven't rolled, expected yield is 135. So I'm gaining 1% on the yield for rolling. That's, to me, that's not enough for making me want to go around and do the rolling. We're just doing the rolling here just to get rid of the stone. Just to get rid of the stones. That's all we're doing it. Hello, Mateo and Burley. Okay, I can kind of see through the line of where I rolled. Okay, I got to keep my eye on the BGA as well. We did earn us some cash there, which is nice. But I want to make sure the BGA just keeps on going. And that goes through that material quick. All right, let me just jump over to here. And we'll... Okay, so apparently didn't want to take this bale. Just knock it in there. Swing and a miss. And we'll place this in here. Don't roll or mulch. I'm with you, Double A. Well, really, with the stones, if I remember on Elm Creek, and we're going back almost 3 years now when FS22 came out, it didn't really damage my equipment that much. So, I mean, it does damage it, but not by a whole lot. And since I do run a mod that reduces maintenance cost, yeah, it didn't really affect me too much. Come on, you want to drop in there? Thank you very much. And we'll get the last bale in there so I can focus on rolling. So the grass field is all set for, I would say, next year. I don't think I'm going to get another cut in this year. And I don't really want to focus on the grass field too much, even though we do pretty good from the BGA making money. What are my thoughts on Farming Simulator 25 so far? I mean, I'm excited for it to come out because 22's been out now for almost 3 years. So seeing what they add is going to be nice. And wait, how far? Alright, we don't have that much more to plant. So I'm not going to go way back to the farm just to put that much fertilizer in. Let me go ahead and start this up and we will finish up the drilling here. And then we can get back to the rolling. Nope. Got to put it down first there. Alright, I'll hit the button 3 times. There we go. Now it's down. The one thing I do like about FS25 is bringing, as what they call the town projects, back. So it gives me, I mean, I like Silver Run and building the roller coaster. So that's kind of things I like to do. Although a lot of the projects seem to need lumber. So if you're not into forestry, but you're into the projects, I hope they have like a building materials store, if you will, like in Construction Simulator. So if you don't want to do forestry, but you want to do the town projects, you can at least go to the store like you could in Silver Run. In case you didn't know, in Silver Run there was a place you could buy the material for the lumber, but if you don't want to get into forestry and they don't have a place for you to buy the boards and lumber, the projects are going to be a rough thing to do. I got to really see how the workers go. You know, we've seen some in-game footage, but also not enough to know exactly how 25 is going to play out. As for like the graphics, the lighting is going to be different. I really want to see how the tornadoes, twisters, cyclones, whatever you want to call them where you're from, how they actually play out. So, yeah, until the game actually does come out and we can actually get into it and see some, you know, constant gameplay footage and see how it goes. As I mentioned, I will live stream Farming Simulator 22 when it comes out. And we're going to do one map where we're just going to give us, I'm probably going to, you know, put like $10, $15 million in our bank account so we can get all the equipment that's new. Because a lot of the harvesters do cost $500,000, $600,000. So, yeah, to be able to use all that stuff, definitely got to borrow some money. And I think Riverbend will be kind of a let's play, but not start from scratch let's play either. Did you buy or just hire the fast baler, or am I going to keep using it? The quick bale, we purchased that, right? Now you got me wondering. I think I purchased it. I don't have anything leased. No, we bought that. That is purchased, so that's what we're keeping. Yeah, when I read the mod, I didn't realize the mod also made the bales bigger for how many liters it was per size. And since we were getting like 40 bales off that field, definitely wanted something like that. I did not know that it was going to ferment the silage bales instantly. But, you know, that's fine for this series. Alright, so like I said, it's kind of hard to see the stones, but the stones should be disappearing. And yep, they are around the field. Probably the only time I'll roll these fields, once we get rid of the stones, if we're here for another harvest, which we probably will be, because the seasons go by here quick in Mythical Woods. I won't roll them again, but we're just trying to get rid of the stones for now. But every time Giants does give us more information on Farming Simulator 25, I do try to get a video out on it. But I also watch the videos back a couple times, because sometimes Giants and other game developers do the same thing. They'll be talking about one thing and showing you a video, and you might be focused on that. But sometimes in the background, they'll have something like a Easter egg, if you will, and you got to try to find it. So I've been watching the videos, trying to see if I can see something in the background or on the side. It's like, oh, what's that little hidden gem over there? The one thing I've been kind of looking for in their videos is wildlife. For one, I don't think... I think the deer may be gone in FS25. Which was a new animal to 22. But since we're still dealing with floating deer, unless they've fixed that, then I think the deer might be gone. AI traffic, I think we saw some on the Southeast Asia map. We saw the new traffic that they're used there. I know a lot of people like to see where the traffic isn't a solid object, where we can kind of push them around a little bit. And after dealing with some traffic on Tuscany, I probably wouldn't mind being able to move some traffic around. Had a couple, that lovely intersection where the cars always came out and just would instantly turn around and ram into you. Yeah, rolling is something I did a little bit in Elm Creek, and I don't think I really got into the rolling again until I did Solyndra. I don't want to say I did rolling in Tuscany, because that was part of the planter. I mean, I was planting the field, and the rolling happened to do at the same time, so I'm not going to say I rolled in Tuscany. It's not like I bought a roller and went around the fields and rolled them ourselves. But, yeah, getting back to 25 a little bit, I was kind of hoping, and, you know, maybe we don't have all the information yet, when we found out rice was going to be a thing and we had to irrigate the fields, I was kind of hoping that watering the fields or moisture level in the crops might be a thing. But far as I can see so far, it's just for rice currently. So making sure you got enough moisture in the ground for your crops, other than rice, does not appear to be a thing. But if they can do it with rice, you know, maybe that'll be like a DLC they release later on or add to the game in another year or so. Is that, yeah, your wheat or cereal crops, your corn, everything's going to need different water requirements, and we have to find a way to water the fields. I was kind of hoping for a little bit on the pesticide kind of things to be brought to 25. But you never know what they, they're not, they may have, they may have tried working on it and they couldn't get it to quite work the way they wanted to. Which, yeah, if they couldn't get it to work, I'd rather them not put it into the game and try to go around some bugs, bugs, pesticide, but some bugs in the system of it doesn't work properly or couldn't get it to, fine tune it. So this field here looks like all the stones are going to be gone. Yeah, construction sim traffic is actually pretty good. Yeah, if you run into them, you can push them around. And then if they get too far off track, they kind of just disappear. As in it, like a ghost. I think ATS and, well, I would assume Euro Truck Sim traffic is pretty much the same. But ATS, since I moved over to Patrick's improved AI traffic, it seemed a lot better than the game itself. Someone did leave a comment when I was talking in ATS about AI traffic. And it's been a long time. When did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out? Wasn't that like 7 years ago or something, whatever like that? But they said the AI traffic in Grand Theft Auto is the best they've seen. I don't know if any of you play GT Grand Theft Auto 5 and what you think of the traffic there, but I can't remember either way if it was good or how bad it was or whatever. So how we doing for stones here? Stones be gone. So we do have stones over in fields 3 and 4, but we're planting oats in those fields, and that won't be until next year. And these are going to be, what, 80% over? Yeah, 80%, 80%, and 80%. What is this property going for? That's 20% over. This one is always on a discount, but I really don't... I mean... I guess we could purchase that and put a production building on if needed to be, but... So currently the quarry is like 700,000. Production buildings for said quarry are probably going to be like 100,000, so we need 800,000. And then we would definitely need, for doing those type of projects, either a wheel loader that we can load up a trailer from all that material. We're going to need a big trailer and a truck to haul stuff around. So basically, we're going to need like $1 million currently to get the quarry up and running. So, yeah, if we were to go that route, probably collecting some orbs at night would not be a bad thing. I think there's 7 more orbs and at $100,000 a piece. That could fund alone just buying the quarry. I know someone did mention, I don't remember what video it was recently in Mythical Woods, but we could just turn off the dynamic field price mod. I thought about it, but it's like, you know what? We went this far into the series. I say this far, we're like episode 16? I think it's 16 that we're at. Just figure we probably just might want to keep it at this point. Now, we're still quite a ways off, though. Well, I don't want to say quite a ways off from the Christmas present deliveries in ATS and ETS2. I say that's like 2 months off. It's going to be like mid-December before that comes out. I always try to figure out, though, why they run it. It seems like they started, like, really at, like, 3 or 4 or 5 days before Christmas and running through past New Year's, where I would like to see the Christmas deliveries in ETS, ATS, to start, like, maybe the 15th of December, 10 days before Christmas. You don't like the pricing mod is annoying to you, huh? Yeah, you know, it can be. But like I said, I like to see something different. Wait, have they announced anything for 25 about the field pricing being different? I can't remember now. The problem is I watch so many update vids, or maybe sometimes on mods. I can't remember if that was for 19 or 22. Someone said something. But yeah, the field prices should definitely change depending on what's in the field. Just my opinion, but... Right, let's grab this fertilizer here. And we'll top this off. Yeah, in Western Australia, the field price mod seems to... It does change quite a bit, but here it just seems like it's kind of staying around the same pricing. I'm trying to figure out, but why is all the fields that expensive? Or that much over? Alright, so the planter, next thing I should be doing is oats. So we'll get that set up for oats for next spring. Let's try to back in a little bit better than that. Actually, I think I still got narrow tires on here. Drop that off. All right. So we will have to take care of the weeds in that field over there. So we do have a little spot over in this field. If I go to here... Wait, nitrogen. Yeah, we got a little spot right here where we ran out of fertilizer. Not too concerned about it. How are all of our fields doing on scoring-wise? Yeah, this field should do better. Yeah, I don't know why the soil sampling in here didn't take when I do have the soil sampling done. Wait, am I reading the wrong? Tillage, weed control. Oh, it's tillage and weed control that are not done in that field. All right, that's true because we didn't drill those fields and then weed control. All right, so those scores will go up next season. But I mean, we got an overall score of 97 for a 14% bonus. So that's not too bad at all. And 93 here. What's that one for? Soil sampling? Oh yeah, because I think... Where do I got to go for that? Yeah, for some reason, this all in here is considered a field. And I didn't do soil sampling in here, so... Alright, not that big of a deal. Overall score is pretty darn good. I did get all of the bales in, right? Did the BGA... Alright, the BGA is still going through some things. Okay, this bale's not registering. There it goes. Now it's taking it. There we go. Alright, well, let's actually go in and we're going to get rid of the one loan that we had. We had to borrow that to be able to buy... I forgot what it was, but I had to buy something. And we were a little short on. But 18,333. There we go. All the loans are gone. Let's speed up time just a little bit, and we'll see what the BGA does for us. And there, the BGA is done. Let's see, I think everything is all set. So we got weeds to take care of in November in the barley field. So we'll do that. But I think everything here, mowers, this grass field, I think we're done for the month. And I think the sawmills we are pretty much done with. A pressure washer is something I should have. But I do think Alien Jim does have... Doesn't he have a pressure washer shed? Under tools, probably. Yes, right here. Well, it's only 10,000. Let's go ahead. I'll turn the interactive zone markers on so I can see exactly where that's got to face. And... Let's see, if I put it there, driving through would kind of suck. But if I put it over here, that would probably fit better. That never gets old for me watching that. Oh, yeah, good. The water tank goes on that side. Good, I left enough room over there. Alright, so now we got ourselves a wash station. Turn the lights on so we can see what we're doing there. Alright. Let's go see how this actually works. But I mean, it's a wash station, so nothing too exciting, right? Am I looking forward to FS25 coming out and playing it vanilla when it comes out, because I do use so many mods in 22. Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of new things in the base game itself to try out, so it's almost like it's just using something new. But depending on how much has changed from 22 to 25, do expect some mods to come out within a couple of days. But your more complicated mods may take a little bit more. I think, was it 17 to 19, there was a big change in how mods and stuff were brought into the game because of the engine update that the game runs on. It took a while for some mods to come out. 19 to 22 wasn't as big of a change, so a lot of mods came out rather, I don't want to say quick. I want to say within like 2 days of the game being released, mods were already starting to come out. But like I said, you're not going to see nothing fancy. The big thing I'm going to miss at the beginning is, well, no, not that button. So, yeah, this right here, the Easy Developer mod. So as for setting up a stream or Let's Play, to be able to come in here and set the money where you want it, you know, I could just log into a map, give myself like $20 million, buy the equipment that I want, sell everything that I want, and then just set money back to zero. And I could also give myself loans or whatever, so I can be, you know, owe so much more money, and be able to add and just remove things quickly is nice. Now, you can put things into the developer mod. No, that's the wrong button. So if I hit the toggle key, it brings up the dev command module. I can do the same things through that, but now it's been like 2 or 3 years. I gotta remember all the codes for, is it G... Is it G underscore? Oh yeah, I kind of forgot all the parameters. So yeah, there's how you can turn on super strength. I just got to write on true or false. But I can do it that way. I just got to remember how to do it all. But obviously it's easier if I come in here and just say, hey, super strength on or off. So that's going to be one mod. I hope it comes out rather quickly. But anywho, let's get on to the month of November. We'll wake up at 9 because it's probably going to be dark. Wasn't that the baler? Oh, the quick baler that you probably saw? Yeah, that'd be the quick bale. We can go back on down there. I mean, that is a beautiful sunrise. Alright, so we'll just have to fast forward time until the sun actually comes up. Let me get back over here because the lights will be in the shed. Yeah, but that is the quick bale. And it does silage additive as well. So that adds 5% to grass. I think it's 5%. Never tested it, but I know for a little while that the silage additive really wasn't working. Alright, so it's almost midday. We're just going to have to call that good. Yeah, one thing about the Mythical Woods is... No, that's not the tractor I want. The one thing about the Mythical Woods is the winter months really does not get that bright, but I think we're way up in the northern hemisphere. So we're not going to get that much daylight during the winter months. Let's go ahead and top this off with herbicide before I go over. So that field, we did spray for weeds, so that's good to go. Yeah, the last loan was for the baler itself. Yeah, I think we bought the mowers and the baler, and I was just a little bit short. Trying to figure out, because it's going to bother me just a little bit that we got that little section on this field I didn't fertilize. But really, we're not making that much money on the grain. Oh, being November, we might have to sell the grain today. I think last winter I may have sold the grain in November, but maybe it was because I needed the cash. Probably shouldn't start unfolding that yet. Got some trees to go around. Another thing I was hoping they bring to 25 is kind of have, if you want to run like the Seasons mod, or maybe like have it as an option. I did like the way Seasons ran in 19 compared to the way they do it in 22. So temperature was a big factor in FS19 with the Seasons mod. You had to make sure that you didn't want to plant the crops, and if it got too cold overnight, your crops wouldn't germinate, or maybe some wouldn't germinate. I also like that the facts, if you left your bales out in the elements of the weather, they would slowly decompose. Grass faster than hay, hay faster than straw. Love the free silo on this map. Well, I mean, it's not, that's not what really what it's there for. But yeah, definitely we're using it that way. Yeah, I always, at the beginning of the series, you may remember I was looking at that land that had the silo on it. I was thinking, well, we need a silo. Then I started thinking, well, if I sell everything to Elm Creek, I might as well just put the grain right in the train silo and just leave it there. Now, what they should do is actually like charge you rent per month if you got grain in there. But maybe they can charge you by 1,000 liters. So maybe, I don't know what would be a good price. I don't want to say $10 for every 1,000 liters that you have in there per month. But maybe that'd be a good price. Just spitting out numbers here, but say I had 100,000 liters of grain in that train silo every month, I would have to pay like $100 in leasing fees for taking up space in a silo that we don't own. Alright, so one more pass up the field and back down. And we are pretty much done with November, other than looking at some field prices, see what's going on. Hopefully the quarry price is slowly coming down. And we'll have a look at the stock market page to see if it's now or wait another month. Probably wait another month before I sell everything. You like precision farming? It, yeah. I think that, I mean, that was a mod in 19, and now it's part of the game. It was part of a DLC for 22, right? I think it was just a mod in 19. I know some people don't like precision farming. They like doing it the way the base game is. I just like the fact that basically when I go drill a field with like a direct drill, or as long as the seeder has fertilizer capabilities, basically you just got to fertilize the field once. And you're pretty much done with it. Was it? I think it was FS17 and the base game. Didn't we have to do 3 stages of fertilization in 17? I think it was 3 stages in 17, so you had to do 3 stages of fertilization in a field, which I thought was like, man, that's a lot of work to do 3 stages. I think we got most of the weeds, but I'm just trying to make sure I got it all covered here. I'm not seeing it spray anymore. How long will this live stream go for? Probably not much longer. I don't want to make it too long because I know there are going to be some people that don't want to watch a live stream, and so I don't want to make it like 3 or 4 hours or whatever. So I'm going to try to keep it definitely maybe like an hour and a half-ish is what we're coming up on. So yeah, I don't want to make it too long for the people who don't, you know, perhaps someone sit down and watch a video for an hour and a half. That's a big ask to ask someone to do. It's a lot of time to watch a video. You hope they fix the issue with the soybeans in 25. Are you referring to with precision farming in the soybeans, because soybeans don't require fertilizer? So when you go and harvest a field, it doesn't, your fertilizer score in that field is back to 0. That is kind of a, yeah, that is one thing that needs to be addressed, because you did reach the the nitrogen level for that crop. So yeah, that makes it just a little bit, I mean, it's just one little thing. That's why sometimes when I was really trying to get my environmental score up, it's like, well, soybeans is good, but I got one slight problem with it. But now I just do precision farming. I do want my score to be, as long as it's up in the, you know, upper 80s, low 90s or whatever, around that range, I'm okay with it. I really don't do it for the score. I just do it for the more convenience of fertilize once and you're done with it. Or, you know, you got to meet the requirements for pH level or whatever it may be. I mean, it's kind of the same in some sense as the base game, but it is just a little bit different. All right, so let me just double check on... Yeah, we can turn that off. We can deactivate that. We got plenty of room for digestate. So how are 47,000, 30,000, 28,000? All right, so they're still good for a little while. If we go to here, 912 for wheat, and $9.99 is the best we can get. Canola, $17.49, $17.87. That's getting there. Soybeans will be in July, so that's a ways off. Wood chips, we are ways off. And, of course, the planks and furniture, that is not until July, so we are good there. So, yeah, I was actually in the page I needed to be in. And, yeah, the grass field, I think I got to wait until I mow it. And I'm going to go in there with the roller. Now, the roller for a grass field, I don't know what's going to happen because the grass is technically germinated. I don't know if it'll get rid of it or not because that's not a grass roller. That's a roller. Farmland. Did I click on the right? No, I did not. All right, so that price now, now it's only 77% over the base price, so that's not too bad. So if we just keep waiting for that to come down, the base price should be like $370, I think, for that property. What's this property doing? 33% over. Yeah, so if I can get this for $300,000, or we'll just say $400,000, a production building for that kind of stuff. Let's see, platinum, premium, mile, BGA, sawmill, straw harvest, which I didn't get into. What is this? That's for making cement and asphalt. So that'd be $150. What's this one? Crude oil. Well, I did crude oil on American Falls, but it's a little bit different. Water and sand to make crude oil. And here, gold production is coal and dirt and soil. What's this? Oh, the brick factory. Clay, sand, and water. I mean, maybe the gold factory is something I do first because it's a little bit cheaper, and gold sounds good. Yeah, so we may have to dive into the gold factor here pretty soon. But all of our fields are all set for next year, other than those small fields up there, which we got to get planting. Yeah, but we'll do that next time. As we're starting to wrap up this live stream here, the next live stream, well, I want to see how this goes over. Obviously, you guys are here watching live stream, which is great. I appreciate everyone showing up. But I want to see how of course, the people that watch it afterwards, if you made it this far, then you must have liked it because you kept watching it. So I appreciate it. But if you're watching this after the live stream, how do you feel about viewing a video from a live stream? I know maybe kind of weird because if you're watching it in full screen, you're not seeing the chat. So you're maybe not understanding why I'm just talking about random things sometimes. So, yeah, it can get a little confusing on that. But I want to see overall how it goes. But definitely got a good feel. I had to do a live stream for Farming Simulator just so when 25 comes out, I can kind of get the feel for a pace. And of course, trying to do work in the field while reading chat at the same time, which wasn't that big of a deal. What was my favorite map on 17? The thing is, after a while, the game starts to mold itself together. Was it Westbridge Hills? Was that one of them in 17? Well, I mean, all right, well, Mercury Farms, I think, came out in 17. Another one I did like in 17, but I had some issues, was Rattlesnake Valley. Was another of my favorites. I think I spent a lot of time on Rattlesnake Valley and Mercury Farms as well. But Rattlesnake Valley was kind of like a bigger map. That was definitely, I don't think that was on the mod hub back then. So, but yeah, if those were in 17, I think they were. Those were my maps. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I think I think we're all set, so I can do the winter months and get to next episode, which will be a recording and not a live stream. But maybe we'll do another live stream next Saturday, possibly here in Mythical Woods. We'll see how it goes, and maybe that'll be the time where we dive into buying the quarry, unless in the next 2 episodes the quarry price really drops. And yeah, we'll start looking at some production buildings as well. But yeah, for everyone that showed up today, I really appreciate it. Hopefully everyone did enjoy watching the live stream. I enjoyed interacting with you guys and being able to answer your questions right then and there, rather than getting some comments and then trying to reply to those comments in the next episode. So yeah, it was pretty good fun. So we'll have to do this again I think probably next week. I think I can do it next week. But like I said, to keep track of live streams, Discord is the best place to do that. Tomorrow I will be doing SnowRunner live, and that will be at the same time as it usually is. We did the live stream last week, so it'll be at the same time, and we are on a new map. So yeah, we've been kind of scouting around. So SnowRunner will be live tomorrow, and then after that, I don't know. I got to look at the games and my schedule and all that kind of stuff. But thanks for everyone showing up. Really appreciate everyone being here, interacting. Like I said, yeah. By the way, if you're still here, baby, don't forget to hit that little like button down there. I do appreciate it if you could. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, evening, day, wherever you are. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. And yeah, I'll see you then. Have a good one, everyone.